Welcome to the Headley Highlight Show's Uplifting Corner. Now, before I jump into my Uplifting Corner, I need to say two things. Thank you so much for your listening ears once again. This is a very special week for me because I have hit my target of 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yes, I have 2,001 subscribers. Back in February, on the 9th of February, in fact, I had 62 subscribers and I had 34 videos. I now have, I think, 250 videos and 2,001 subscribers. And for everyone who's been out there enjoying my content, listening, liking, sharing and donating, I have nothing but gratitude for your generous nature and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. For all those who are not yet subscribers, please, what are you waiting for? Hit the bell notification and select all, and you'll be available, and so will I, to listen to all of my content when I upload it. Don't forget to make a donation at deniseheadley.com, or you can go to my YouTube and you can make a donation there. I'm very partial to 3 wings and chips, or a piece of Solana, a bit of Bitcoin, or a whole Bitcoin if you feel so moved, because I'd be most appreciative of that. Thank you so much. Right, now that I've done that, let's jump straight into this week's Uplifting Corner. My show often covers matters that deserve serious discussion. But in life, we need light as well as darkness. So here is this week's contribution. In many cultures, the elders provide wisdom and guide decisions. So this week, I've selected some quotes about learning lessons from life, and I hope you enjoy them. Life is a tragedy. We get old too soon and wise too late. Benjamin Franklin. Well, I'm sorry, Benjamin, but I can't agree with you on that. Life is not a tragedy. Life is what you make it. And it's not the years that you have, but the life in those years, Mr. Franklin. My second quote is a very poignant one, and it was said by Martin Luther King Jr. Oh, the worst of all tragedies is not to die young, but to live until I am 75 and yet not ever truly have lived. He had a very powerful legacy, even though his life was a short one, but the life in his years was impactful even to this day. This other quote is quite profound. Looking back over a lifetime, you see that love was the answer to everything. Ray Brady, and I think that's lovely. If you think about where we are in the world at the moment, and if we extended some love to each other, we could potentially be in a much safer, calmer and more peaceful world. I know that sounds very airy-fairy, but you know, it would be so nice if it was like that. I've got another one for you. As you grow older, you will discover that you have 2 hands, one for helping yourself and the other for helping others. Audrey Hepburn. Personally, if you wait till you get older to discover that, Miss Hepburn, thank you for the quote, I think it's not too late, but you've missed a lifetime of what potentially could have come your way if you allowed yourself to give. Because one of the things about the universal laws is that when you pay things forward, it comes back to you. Maybe not in the way you anticipate, but it might come to you or your children or the people in your circle. So always give, because giving is a joyous exercise, you know. When you share something, gosh, doesn't it make you feel nice? I know it makes me feel nice. That's why I come and share with you every Friday, darlings. Oh, okay, what's the next one I got for you? Right, how about this one? Anyone who stops learning is old, whether you're 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young, and that is so true. Any kind of learning, it doesn't have to be book learning or academic learning. It could be learning anything. It could be learning to make a cake, or learning how to share it, or learning how to love. It could be learning how to, I don't know, how to plant tomatoes. And oh my God, my potatoes are coming up. How to dig out the potatoes. It could be learning anything. Just put yourself in the space to make a mistake. You know, I think that's such an important thing. If you give yourself the space to make a mistake, you'll learn so many things. Because you won't make the mistake you made the previous time. You might make another one, but so what? It won't be the one you've done before. So to me, it's all good. So thank you for that, Henry Ford. How about this one? You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. John C. Maxwell. I don't know who that individual is, but I just think that's a really important lesson, or like one of these things that influence the way you think about things. You absolutely have to change what you're doing, even if it's one thing in that day, so that it comes in the way that you want. And then when you get that result, you can then see other results because you know you've been successful at that. Even if you flop at that later, which I'm talking about myself now. If you flop at it later, you still gave it a go, but you still changed something. So I think that's a really cool message. How about this one? The great thing about getting older is that you get a chance to tell the people in your life who matter what they mean to you. And that's from someone called Mike Love. I think you should be doing that anyway. Yeah, you should. All the people who are around you, if you've got the chance to say something nice, do something nice, show them the value that they bring to your presence and the frequency with which they bring it. That is something to be grateful for. And gratitude, I'm sorry, is one of the best things you can do. Just be grateful. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. George Bernard Shaw. That is so true. Playing is fabulous. I love to play. I bought myself some happy sticks. Basically, they are rhythmic gymnastic sticks. And I twirl them in the front room, or when I fancy, I go in the park and twirl them. And when I've twirled them in the park, other people wants to come up and do the twirling too, which of course I share with, because what's not to like? It's a stick with a ribbon on it and you can twirl it and make shapes. But I think we should just do stuff. But as we get old, we're too worried about what other people think about us looking stupid or not getting it right or falling over or whatever. Do it anyway, not being funny. They don't pay your bills and they're not your parents. So who cares what they think in a certain way? You know what I'm saying? Just do it. And then what? So yeah, this is going to be a long uplifting corner. I've got a few more of these. A happy marriage is one where you become friends as well as lovers. I have got no comments to make about happy marriages. I don't think I'm qualified to talk on that, darling. Obviously, whoever said that, thank you. But that's for those people who are in the space. Well done, darlings, for you. Oh yeah, and what's this last one? And here is the final quote from a poet called Mary Oliver, and the one that I wholly relate to. I don't want to end up simply having visited this world. Oh my days, that is so true. I don't want to have just visited. I want to be impactful. Yes, that's me. How about you? Do you want to visit or do you want to impact like a meteor causing a plume of smoke? A pyroclastic flow, burning all those in its space. How about that, darling? Hot heat, steam. Anyway, it's time for me to let's jump off of this. Thank you so much for listening to this week's Uplifting Corner. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next week, darling. Don't forget to make a donation. Toodle pips, darlings, and cut!